Yo, what's up, guys? Dashing here, bringing you yet another episode of Community Universe Mode here for Aftermath number 9, which was obviously supposed to be streamed yesterday, but because of some things coming up, I didn't know if I was going to be able to stream today, so that's the reason for this lack of notice, but let's get this show on the road nonetheless in preparation for tomorrow night's homecoming. Very excited, just less than 24 hours away from that stacked card from top to bottom. But things getting started here on Aftermath as Jason Spade makes his return, a man who a lot of people thought was going to tuck his tail between his legs and run on out of CMV after that brutal loss he took at the hands of Perry. He did an absolution, but no. The heart of Spade at not allowing him to quit, so he comes back and looking for a huge win to start the show against the current 0G champion, DRH. Also to come here on today's show, Shamrock in action, Thunder from Down Under looking to extend their undefeated streak, and in the main event, Mike Kirsch gonna go toe-to-toe with Chris Adams. Things start between these two, though, with a collar double tie-up, and Jason Spade taking a cheap shot. His last couple... Okay, that's one hell of a way to start off a match. I guess when you got someone as athletic as Jason Spade involved going up against the current 0G champion, that's what you could expect. I was about to say, though, Spade, these last few months in his matches kind of sprinkled about have been these dirty heel tactics we're not used to seeing from him. And I'm sure that loss to Perry Heenan Absolution has only angered him further. You could say he's getting desperate at this point. When you're desperate, you're dangerous. This fight already getting taken to the outside. A win for Jason Spade, no doubt. Could see himself given a future shot at the 0G championship. But DRH, since making his return early last month after a 2-year hiatus, has been unbeaten, capturing the 0G championship a few weeks ago, defeating the former champ, of course, Jaquan Shea, in that wild match that had just about as many hurricanranas as a man can take. High knee, Spade up against the ropes. No doubt Speedy wants to keep his streak intact as he awaits his next challenger. Could that be Jason Spade? Elbow to the side of the head. Goes for a kick to the midsection, caught into a dragon screw. Jason Spade going to go for a little bit of a stomp, but DRH is quick to get out of the way. Meteora. Gotta wonder about the mental state of Jason Spade, but he is able to make a big reversal there. DRH going for his twist of fate, which usually sets up the inverted Phoenix Splash. And Jason Spade, what is this? Spade with a Cobra Clutch crossface on the 0G champion. And DRH is not used to being grounded like this. Will he be forced to tap? Looks like he's able to get himself free, though. 3 well-placed elbows directly to the face will do that. Now it's DRH changing up his game a little bit. Not someone I would call an amateur wrestler, but showing off his abilities at the moment, as he's got Spade caught in this abdominal stretch variation. Again, though, Spade's trying to get free. Will he be able to? There you go, hip toss. Things starting off hot between these two, as if they have some sort of pre-existing beef, but to my knowledge, this is the first time they're ever coming into contact. It's just this ruthless edge that I really think Jason Spade needs. Look at the power of DRH to get out of that triangle choke. Seems to have taken everything out of him, though. Nearly collapsing as he gets to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. DRH going to close the distance, putting Jason Spade up on the top rope. Not a place he wants to be, but he's able to escape. Goes low, gets a close on him. Forearm smash, Jason Spade trying to maintain his footing, but it's proving tough. Irish whip on the rebound. Oh! beautiful catching German suplex. I thought Jason Spade was making like a reversal for a moment or something. Maybe he was trying to, and now DRH says, time to put this one away. Stomped directly onto the face. Still not done though. Spade got to cut with an answer pretty soon. There you go, kitchen sink. Probably one of the more harsh kitchen sinks I've seen in a while. Spade, very wise, a veteran of that ring, realizing he's in trouble, doesn't want to give DRH the chance to pin or submit him, so rolling to the outside, where neither of those things can happen. Collar and elbow tie up. Jason Spade gonna get the upper hand, even though these two are pretty much evenly matched in terms of their stature. Same height, same weight. Snapmare. DRH with a knee directly down the gullet of Jason Spade. 1, 2. But the Zero-G champion not able to nab the victory. Not just yet. Spade still has some fight left in him. This is really a must-win situation for Jason Spade. A lot of people, like I said, thought he was heading out of CMV after what happened at Absolution, but it looks like he ain't going down without a fight. DRH doing a little bit of mind games here, unlike him. Maybe Spade is getting under his skin. Wheelbarrow stunner. Already, Spade is pulling out some new maneuvers I haven't seen him hit before. Double boot stomp, going for that vintage Borton combo, but it doesn't pay off in the end. Dragon screw, punch to the back of the head. DRH just took it like a champ. Again, throws him to the outside. This is just disrespect. DRH saying, this is my ring. You do not belong here. You should have ran when you had the chance. Lansenberg lobotomy, and that's what DRH gets. Did he just cost himself this match? 1, 2, no. The undefeated streak of DRH nearly coming to an end at the hands of Jason Spade because the champion is getting a bit full of himself. Spade trying to keep the attack up, turning to the fans, pandering a bit. He's got to stay focused though. Pandering to the fans has never helped him out before. Now it's DRH who's retreating out of the apron, desperate to find some sort of refuge. Spade with a big punch to the face, and now goes to the top rope. Spade gonna throw caution to the wind big time here from the top rope all the way down to the outside. Tried to go for a rolling savate kick, but DRH said, I don't think so. And Spade got all of the outside. Ooh, ballin'. Seems like the ZOG champion would be content taking a count-out victory here, beckoning Jason Spade to continue if he can, and Spade coming in red hot. Delivering numerous body shots. What is this? Ooh! Bit of a rolling cutter from the second rope. Launches off a kick to the midsection. DRH turning it into a powerbomb. That is what makes the CMV veteran so dangerous. Even though he's only been involved in a handful of matches since his return after 2 years. On the shelf, a cutter out of nowhere. And Spade again comes so close. This is quite a return to form for Jason Spade, but can he find a way to put DRH down again? He goes to this Cobra Clutch crossface. DRH was able to escape it before. Can he do it again, or will he be forced to tap? Will Jason Spade force the Zero-G champion to submit? No, DRH showing off his heart as he manages to get free yet again, and Jason Spade starting to wonder, what do I gotta do? Whirly bird head scissors. Speedy not looking too great right now, but still with whatever he has left. Discus forearm smash turned right to a front headlock, chops away the head. Irish whip out onto the apron. What is the tactic here? I don't understand. DRH has never done something like this before, but I don't know. Maybe he doesn't take Jason Spade, I should say, as a viable contender. Completely underestimating him in this match, and it's almost cost him multiple times. Now Spade gets back into the ring. Vertical suplex turned into a sit-out powerbomb. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Now it may be DRH starting to wonder what's it going to take, but there he goes to the top rope, and we know what he's looking for, folks. That inverted Phoenix Splash. If he hits it, it's going to be game over. Bam! On the mark. Doesn't look like he fully connected to the chest, but I believe that'll still be enough. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm proven wrong. What a match this is turning out to be, the kickoff aftermath. Number 9, but DRH says, it ain't no thing. I got another one for you. A bit slower to the top this time. Can Jason Spade try and get out of the way? A shooting star press this time. DRH is pulling out all the big guns. What is he doing? Oh my God. Spade is just completely motionless. And there's Spade playing possum. And now DRH gonna play into his hands. Lands in burglar bottom a second time. Jason Spade, middle of the ring, hooks the leg. 1, 2. What? Spade's reaction is completely understandable. Huh? Just scratching my head over here. Script has gone out the window. These two superstars both want this win for different reasons. Jason Spade to prove he still has what it takes. DRH to maintain his unbeaten streak and his mystique as 0G champion. Now we're getting a reversal fest. Both men trying to outdo the other. A quick kitchen sink. Once more, DRH attempting to pull himself up in the corner. Spade has had just about enough. He ain't playing by the rules anymore. Bashing DRH face first off that top turnbuckle a good 11 times, I think I counted. And Spade, just out of instinct, floats into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Jason Spade has just pinned the 0G champion. Wow. After literally bashing DRH's face off the top turnbuckle again and again. Look at this. DRH is back to his feet, guys, and after a match like that, DRH willing to concede, offers a handshake. Will Spade accept? Yes, he will. Despite the disrespect shown throughout the match, DRH handed his first loss since returning, and the 0G champion shows some sportsmanship. Now this is the Spade we've been waiting to see. Up next, guys, here on Aftermath Episode 9, still to come, Thunder from Down Under going to be taking on the Street Gods, and in our main event, Mike Kirsch toe-to-toe with Chris Adams. But first, we have got a hoss battle as Buck Harris going to go one-on-one with Shamrock. And it was a couple of weeks ago that Shamrock won that Fatal 4-Way Elimination match, naming him #1 contender for the Anarchy Championship. I was told by Gentleman and Jade Dynamite earlier this week that he will get his shot against whomever is champion at Purgatory 2 weeks from this Sunday. Of course, we know Walter Willay's Anarchy title will be on the line in the match against the Sully Bros tomorrow night, along with the Unified World Tag Team titles. I don't think Shamrock much cares who he faces for the championship. He's been chasing that thing for months now, really ever since his career began here in CMV. And he is closer than he has ever been before. Meanwhile, Buck Harris, who we've only seen compete once before, he won his debut match a couple of months ago. So, you know, he's got to be eager to get a chance like this, pinning a high-ranking member of the roster like Shamrock. Beautiful bulldog out of the corner. Now he's trying to rake the eyes of the #1 contender, but a couple of elbows. Gonna dodge that forearm smash. Big boot. Like I said, this ain't gonna be no wrestling match. Two beefy boys looking to beat the hell out of each other. Stun gun has Buck momentarily phased. Gonna drop on that top rope again, and the sternum of Buck now has got to be feeling some type of way. Single knee backbreaker. Shamrock gonna need all the momentum he can muster heading into Purgatory. Doesn't matter if it's Walter Boulay or one of the Soldi Bros. It's gonna be a tough challenge. And if Shamrock can be victorious at Purgatory, that means he'll walk into Ascendant 7 as Anarchy Champion, a guaranteed spot on the card. Every superstar's dream to compete at the show of shows. Stomp down onto the lower back. Shamrock going to extend the arm of the rookie. And you see how he just stomps on the hand? You know how many small bones are in the hand that can just be broken with minimal force? Takes a step back, lines up his shot, Irish whip, ricochets off the turnbuckle. Shamrock went low, I think perhaps looking for his spine buster. Buck Harris able to keep him at bay though, an Irish whip of his own. Coming up from behind with a shoulder thrust to the lower back. Ugh. That did not look like it tickled. Seated position into a reverse chin lock. Buck wanting to slow things down. And even though there's a considerable size difference between these two, Shamrock got to be one of the strongest members of the entire CMV roster. And don't forget that spear of his that can split any man in half in the blink of an eye. Only a one count. Buck Harris popping back up to his feet. He knows he's at Shamrock hurt right now. Wiggles free, drops down behind for a Russian leg sweep. Old school, but effective. Shot to the midsection. Shamrock gonna hoist Harris up, dropping him down onto the knee. Targeting the kidneys right there. And there's that spine buster on the second attempt. Executed to perfection. 1, 2. Buck trying to stay in the fight, but I don't know how much longer he's got. Shamrock. Split him. Whoa! Oh, man. Shamrock came running at him with such momentum, he almost sent himself right into the steel post as Buck Harris moved out of the way. What is this? Shamrock hitting like a wheelbarrow facebuster, but now he's turned into a... Did Buck tap? Oh my god, I thought he tapped for a minute. Guys, I don't even know what to call that. Some sort of stretch. Buck Harris doesn't look like an extremely... that punch. Dude, Shamrock went limp. He was a wet spaghetti, and then he got another punch. I think that second one woke him up. Trying to snap back to reality, goes low. Buck Harris ready for it. Targeting the shoulder. Swinging neck breaker. Now Buck backing into the corner. Looks like he's setting up for some sort of clothesline. And Shamrock could be done for, guys. The #1 contender with only a millisecond to spare survives, but may have only bought himself a couple of seconds. Buck Harris, DDT. And this win would be huge for the rookie. Just nearly gets the 3 count, but Shamrock not going down so easy. He knows he's got a lot of eyes on him right now. Can't afford a loss. On the road to his Anarchy Championship match, a second spine buster, and this one may do what it does. Shamrock is building a head full of steam, and whomever will greet him at Purgatory had best be in for a fight. Taking nothing away from Buck Harris, though. Definitely went out to that ring and gave Shamrock his money's worth. Alright guys, before we get to our main event where Mike Kirsch will be truly tested going one-on-one with Chris Adams, we've got some tag team action. The unbeaten Thunder from Down Under looking to extend their streak, and they have got quite a task at hand up against the former unmatched tag team champions, cousins the Street Gods, Curtis Heist and Anthony Brown. Last time we saw Thunder from Down Under, they beat the Steel City Soldiers in that tag team war a few weeks ago. They needed some time to rest up from that, but now they are eager to get back into the squared circle and continue their journey to earning a future tag team championship match, which especially if they defeat the Street Gods here tonight, I don't think there could be any denying they should definitely receive a crack at the gold. Ashley Amell going to start things off, though, against the much bigger and stronger Curtis Heist. We've seen Thunder from Down Under in recent months using their quickness and their knowledge of tag team wrestling to put down some impressive duos. Recently beating the inaugural Fusion Tag Team Champions, the Outlaws. Kick to the back of the knee, and a kick to the midsection. Trying to go for some sort of straitjacket neckbreaker, but Curtis Heist has something else in mind, like a Samoan drop. Heist early on, dragging Amell off into the corner of the Street Gods. Tag to Anthony Brown, who was also a former unmatched television champion. Kick to the knee. And a Hurricane Rana DDT of Mel getting spiked right on top of his head. Stomp onto the arm. Interested to see Anthony Brown hitting a gut-wrench suplex. You'd think that'd be Heist sticking to the power moves. Ashley Amell slapping aside so that Brown is forced to throw his arms back, and now we have a disgusting stretch. Cringing at the sight. Irish Whip has Ashley Amell falling down to the outside, and not a place he wants to be. A bad part of town. He needs to get back into the ring quick, and if I were him, get a tag. To Jacqueline Hendricks over there. Overhand punch, evaded, forearm smash, gets caught, sent back. Tit for tat we got here. Oh my God. Brown finally gets the upper hand with a trip. Oof. This is just ruthless. I mean, the Street Gods, you gotta be wondering how they're feeling. Definitely some type of way. They haven't gotten a whole lot of opportunities this season. They don't want to let some fresh-faced team like Thunder from Down Under come in and pass them by. Willing to do what they got to do to get the victory. What are we at a count at right now? 8. Have until 20 to get back into the ring. Kick to the midsection, and then an even stronger kick right to the pec. A 10 count now. These two don't seem at all concerned that they are on the verge of being counted out. They're just more focused on beating that holy hell out of each other. 13 guys, and look at Ashley O'Merrill. Bam! Throwing Brown head first off that steel post. Something's got to give. 15. And Ashley O'Merrill says, forget this. He is just continuously bashing Anthony Brown's face off the ring apron. Oh, but Brown cutting off Ashley. And now 18 is Anthony Brown. And Curtis Heist are going to take the cheap win. They're going to take the cheap win. Can Ashley get back in the ring in time? Can he do it? Can he do it? No! The Street Gods cheaping out to hand Thunder from none other their first defeat via count out, that son of a gun. Like I said, the Street Gods willing to do what they have to do to get a much needed win. And Thunder from Down Under are not happy at all about that outcome. Thunder from Down Under are definitely going to be looking to come back and get revenge for that. And it is now main event time for Aftermath Episode 9, guys. Mike Kirsch being given quite a challenge as he goes one-on-one with former unmatched world champion, along with a plethora of other accolades he has to his name, Chris Adams, and who is not coming out alone. The sexy boy recently decided to hire himself some personal security in the form of newcomer Isaac Richardson, and look at the size of that man standing at ringside. He's almost as tall as the ring. Mike Kirsch gonna have to find some way to focus on the task at hand. I don't know how that's gonna be possible, though. Kirsch knows what an opportunity he's been given, though. We've only seen the Hawaiian-born superstar in action a handful of times since debuting earlier in the season. Most recently, he was a part of that #1 contenders match for the Zero-G Championship. STF by Kirsch early on. Adams says, I don't know about that. Able to escape with his life. These two actually having a bit of a run-in during Supremacy last night backstage. Chris Adams not seeming to think very highly of the Rook. He checks on his facial features, and these two actually have a lot in common. You'd think they might get along, but maybe they rival each other because they feel as though the other is beneath them in terms of looks. Exchanging at knife edge chops, Irish whip. Let me get a high kick to the chest. Down goes Kirsch. Adams has done no handspring moonsault. Mike Kirsch, I'm sure, would have loved the chance to compete at Homecoming tomorrow night in his hometown of Honolulu, Hawaii. But right now, he's got to focus because this win could mean a lot for the almond joy of pro wrestling. Still to this day, I don't know what that means. And I just can't keep my eyes off of Richardson. Where did Chris Adams find this guy? Kirsch going after the eyes, not afraid to bend the rules, but neither is Chris Adams, so it's really whoever pulls out the dirty tricks first. Kirsch on that occasion, but not even able to get a 1 count. Now we get a scoop up Across the shoulders, Adams is quick to drop down behind with a reverse DDT. Elbow right to the top of the head. Aish. One. Only one count. Look at Isaac. Seems to be talking smack right to the face of Mike Kirsch, adding a mental disadvantage now after already being handicapped. Tries to go low. It looks like Adams was trying to take a cheap shot. And Kirsch! Jumping cutter coming out of nowhere. Gonna try, okay. Tried to follow it up with some sort of clothesline. Got a zigzag, and Adams with the snapshot 450 splash for the benefit of all those with flash photography. And Mike Kirsch almost falling victim. Surprisingly out at the count of one. Adams readjusts himself though. Real guy kick. Thanks for coming, Mike Kirsch. 1, 2, 3. Chris Adams picks up the win. Now, like I said, Mike Kirsch handicapped from the get-go with the massive Isaac Richardson. Oh, geez, I did not need to see that. Isaac didn't even have to move a muscle. I don't like this celebration. A harsh loss for Mike Kirsch, but a much-needed win for Chris Adams, who has found it hard to pick up dubs this season. Maybe Richardson will give him that kick in the rear end that he's needed. You know what? Since those last two matches went so quickly, we'll do a cheeky bonus match because I'm just such a nice guy, you know? Let's do, how about, what should we do? Perhaps, let's do a tag match. Throw out names. The first names I'll see, I'll put in this tag match. So make sure we have it set up on the old live event arena we have not used in a long time. Where is that? There it is. Wrong account, Suntan, yeah. Flim flam. You freaking goober. I'm just gonna put who I see in the chat. Let's see. So we'll do Vance Vintage and Marvelous Marvin. What a team there. Run across each other before. We'll put them up against Anthony Hunt. Interesting choice. Alright, we'll do Hunt. Hunt and who? Hunt and... Ashley. That's a weird team, but okay. In that case, we'll just do, we'll just put old boys together. I'll do Ashley and Phoenix. What the hell? Oh, it's Jacquin. Why do I keep thinking his name is Jacquin Phoenix? Because of the actor, that's why. Daily Vengeance is on. Shit. Alright, a little bit of a bonus match since Aftermath went by so fast today. Vance Vintage and Marvelous Marvin, probably the most colorful tandem in recent memory, up against Thunder from Down Under, who are hoping to get back some of their mojo after a tough count-out loss to the Street Gods. I'm sure they're going to be looking for some revenge, but right now, hoping to get back to their winning ways against Vintage and Marvin, who themselves could use a victory. Both of them suffering recent singles losses. They're actually both a part of that Fatal 4 match a couple weeks ago. #1 contenders match for the Anarchy Championship. And they've crossed paths even before that, way back when Genesis was still around, which feels like a year ago. Who can forget both of them trying to one-up each other in a war against Chris Proudfoot? Ooh, I forgot about this arena. Alright, I'm back. Let's just skip these. Alright. Let's get it on. Thunder from Down Under are definitely going. What did I just say? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Thunder from Down Under are definitely going to be dwarfed against Vance Vintage and Marvelous Marvin, who are both shockingly big. You probably wouldn't notice it a whole lot because they're usually against men at their own size. Ashley and Meldo not backing down. Cheeky little jab. Let's just hope the action stays inside of the ring. Vintage and Marvin don't try to pull a Street Gods early tag. Looks like these two are going to work it just fine together. As Ashley and Mel gets a stomp to the hand. Transitioning into a Rings of Saturn. Ashley and Mel early on in trouble at the hands of the Marvelous One. Kick to the midsection. Forcing the break. Tries to wrench the arm, but Ashley waiting with a big old forearm smash. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but Ashley is a thick bitch, you know? He's a short king and a thick bitch. Double back elbow. Oh, look at that teamwork. That is why I am a fan of Thunder from Down Under. Senton and a fish drop. All in one, and now it is Jacqueline Hendricks, not the actor, not the man playing Joker. Gotta get that through my head. Irish whip out of the corner. Gonna try for another tag, but Marvelous Marvin saving himself. Taking Jacqueline for a walk by the Mohawk. Is that a faux hawk? Pretty sure that's what you would call a faux hawk. Didn't know anybody rock those anymore. I guess they're popular down in Australia. Irish whip, big Irish whip. Turnbuckle digging into the back of Marvelous Marvin and a stomp to the bicep. Tag back into Ash. Transitions right into a knee bar. Both teams showing off their submission prowess. Although, no four of these men, what I consider a submission expert. Marvelous Marvin looking for his own tag, but Amel playing keep away. Just drives his foot almost through Marvin's face. Arm drag, nice reversal. Kick to the midsection, caught, trip up, turns him about. Again, gonna go for that stretch. Marvelous Marvin trying to get out of this one as Vance Vintage shouts those American words of wisdom. Enzu Lariat downs him out for the moment. Vance Vintage back up out of the apron. Marvin should make a tag. Instead, he's busy admiring his own handiwork. That was a great knee to the lower back. I'm not going to lie. Into a front headlock. Mel letting go. Takes him down with a sharp float over DDT. There's Vintage. Oh, man, he came so close to making the hot tag right there. Ooh. And Mel with those quick reactions. And Ash looking to go solo and put this one away. Air raid siren. One. Just a one count. Ashley and Mel trying to come up from behind. Jacqueline inadvertently hitting his own partner though. Referee Poe's got to do something here. What the hell is Hendricks doing? Oh, well, there goes Vintage for the rest of this match. Thanks for showing up. Oh, he's already back to his feet. That is some resolve from the American-made man. Ashley going to use this opening to tag Jacqueline, see if he can put this one away. Again, Vintage is extending his hand, begging Marvin to make it over to get the tag. But Thunder from Down Under doing an excellent job at keeping Marvin isolated. Ripcord knee strike right into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Jacqueline. That would have been a meltdown. Still pissed off about the Street Gods playing him dirty on Aftermath. Runs into that bangarang. Does Marvelous Marvin. Can he finally make the tag? Half Boston Crab. I don't know why Thunder from Down Under are so adamant about winning this match via submission, but they very well may after all the damage Marvelous Marvin has endured. Kick to the chest. Jacqueline quick to grab it. Dragon screw. Marvin. Finding myself. Oh! That was slick. The reflex of Marvelous Marvin. Jacqueline almost freaking screwed himself with that attempted discus clothesline. Sit out scoop slam. Something I don't think I've ever seen before. Grabs the leg, trying to finish this one off, but Vance Vintage proving his worth. Now he's taking on both members of Thunder from Down Under. Ashley Amel gonna take care of him while Jacqueline Hendricks with the crossface. Look at that. Ashley Amell just flies overhead, and Marvelous Marvin will he save? No. Jacqueline Hendricks even happened to release the hold. Didn't have enough energy to keep it locked in. That would have been a perfect ending right there, but Marvelous Marvin says, I still got something to give. Final cut. Vance Vintage got to be getting fed up at this point. Primed to make the tag. But Thunder from down under like surgeons in that ring right now. Boot to the side of the head. Irish whip into the corner. Marvelous Marvin. Hendricks gets out of the way though. By the skin of his teeth, and Marvin rammed his shoulder into the top turnbuckle. That couldn't have felt nice. Snapmare soccer ball kick. Maybe going for another sit-out scoop slam. But Marvelous Marvin, the bigger man, going dead weight. And on the rebound, slick spinebuster. Don't know about that pin. One. Pelvic thrust pin. Yes, yes. Marvin, the tag. Vance Vintage. Been waiting. Gonna kick things off with a squeeze to the shoulders. A nice massage. Oh wow, Hendricks actually just freaking passed out. There's Vance Vintage busy showing off his 18-inch pythons, brother. Almost let Jaquan get right by him. Jaquin. Excuse me. Tag to Ash. Tries to go for a jumping elbow to the back of the head. Vintage says, I don't think so. Both men missing punches. Back elbow evaded. Luthez press. And the big man with a mighty punch. Gonna have Amell leaking from under that Justin Bieber hairdo of his. Pushed down to the canvas. Grabbed by his long locks. There's the twirl scoop slam. Showing him how it's done, baby. Float over DDT to respond. Ashley Amell trying to call on these fans. Driving off their energy. What's he doing here? Irish whip to the corner. Ashley Amell coming at him. A million miles a minute. Irish whip. Vance Vintage reverses though. Goes right overhead. Off the ropes. Ducks a punch. Flying elbow. I think I saw one of Vintage's teeth go flying into the front row. Downward spiral. Vance Vintage gets busted open. His American bandana covered in blood. Those aren't cheap, you know. Vance Vintage is going to be sending a bill. Try to make the bill. Just a huge push. Well, it worked. Can't knock it. Vance Vintage might be about to knock out Ashley Amell with the blast from the past pile driver. Hooks the leg. One. But Hendricks is there to save the day. Marvelous Marvin not thrilled about it. Chasing Hendricks back out of the apron. In the commotion. Ashley Amell. Guys, Marvelous Marvin about to be disqualified. He's busy mean mugging Hendricks. He's got to get out of the ring. He only has like 1 second. He's going to the top rope. What the hell is he doing? Ashley Amell going to the top rope too. Well, Marvelous Marvin changed his mind, but Amell is still on track. Corkscrew senton. Trying to find his footing. As now he looks to hammer the final nail into the coffin. Another air raid siren. Hooks that big old leg. 1, 2, but Marvin gets by before Hendricks can stop him. Ashley not happy about it, but he inadvertently takes down Jaquin. Might be Thunder from Down Under's toughest fight yet. Against the impromptu team of Vance Vintage and Marvelous Marvin. Indian Deathlock being applied. Ashley Amell trying to showcase his wide variety of submissions in this match for whatever reason. Both men bleeding. Both teams exhausted. Both really needing this win. Irish whip over to the corner of Thunder from Down Under. That back elbow once more. Not going to find its home. Elbow to the gut. Another one. There's a third. Ashley able to set himself free. Kick to the midsection. Was that straight jacket neckbreaker tried for earlier in the match. This time, picture perfect, but hot tag to Marvelous Marvin. Misses the clothesline. Irish whip to the corner. Chief not having any luck with that back elbow. Whoa. Big boot. And Ashley Amell is like, oh man, I don't know how much left I got. Marvelous Marvin getting well acquainted with the turnbuckles in this match. The amount of times he's been thrown back first into them. Tag to Hendricks. Vance Vintage is still down though. Marvelous Marvin has got nobody to fall back on. Thunder from Down Under. Trying to put this one away. They had the chance. Spinning back fist. Grabbing him by the throat. Face first off the top turnbuckle. Tag to Ashley Amell. And a water wheel neck breaker. Ashley once more onto the high rent district. Vintage is still down. And we're going to get, a nice senton. 1, 2, 3. Thunder from Down Under back to their winning ways. Once again, I got to say, surprised at how well Vance Vintage and Marvelous Marvin able to work together. Gelled pretty nicely, but Thunder from Down Under right back into the win column. Has to feel real good for them after the disappointing conclusion against the Street Gods, but they'll have their chance to get their victory tonight. They celebrate. Ashley Amell might need a few stitches. Gonna have blood all in his hair. Ugh. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. I know it was short notice, but I hope you enjoyed watching along with me, and I will see you tomorrow. You better be there for Homecoming because it is going to be unforgettable. It's going to be a great show. I can feel it. I will continue on the road to Ascendant 7, but for now, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.